you've decided you need a scooter, you need an ECV, you need to recapture your life, you need the mobility and the freedom to keep up with everyone and to be able to go where you want to go without having to depend on anyone else. So how do you pick one? That's where I was. That's what I had to decide. I'm going to tell you in this video how to pick the right scooter. So I was at a place where I knew that my mobility was not going to get better, it was going to get worse. That I needed to have an ECV or a scooter to be able to go where I needed to go. So I started doing my research, started watching YouTube videos, started looking up online. What are the different types of scooters? Not all scooters are the same. They're made for different situations and different needs. So what were my needs and what did I need to have? Now, I have limited walking mobility. I am not fully disabled, but to be able to walk long distances is just impossible. So I knew I wanted something that would get me from A to B, that would have great range of distance, because I love theme parks, and spending all day at a theme park, your battery can run out. I also knew I liked speed. And, well, you know.
Yes, your greatest need is the need for speed. Let's be honest.
So, yeah, my greatest need is the need for speed. And so I wanted something that had at least the ability to crank it up and get across the street fast, or to get to A to B quickly, just like when I was young and I could run ahead and take care of things. So I started looking for a scooter that would accommodate that. And as I did my research, there are different companies and different models. Let's be honest, some of them are junk. Don't spend your money on them. Don't waste your money on them. Look for a reputable company that you know has stood up to the test of time, and that you know will be there if a problem happens with your scooter. Go to a dealership or a dealer that deals with multiple brands, that is knowledgeable, that can help you sort what your needs are, but go in there with a little bit of knowledge ahead of time, and then work through what is the best scooter for you. Now for me, I realized that because of my size and weight, what I needed was a scooter that could capacitate my weight and still have the battery range. I needed a scooter that could travel with me. So one that could get me through the airport from the car to the gate, because let's be honest, that's some of the longest walking that would be expected of me, and that would just kill me, and then I would be in pain the entire flight. So anyway, I chose a scooter that could fly on the airplane with me, so that when I got off, I could get my scooter and go to baggage pickup. So then it was a matter of range, speed, airline possibility. I also knew that I needed to have a scooter that could go in the car with me, that I, by myself, could load into the car and get out of the car and, you know, straighten up and put together to go. So it had to be portable enough for my strength to get in and out, so that if I went to a doctor or a hospital, I could make it through the entire campus and not be just wiped out. I didn't want to go with a hitch trailer attachment kind of thing. That was just too big and bulky and wasn't going to work for our garage. So those were some of the parameters that I had to work with. So then in doing my research, and I mean, I looked at scooters from England, from Australia, from America, from Japan, from Sweden. I came down to the Triaxe Sport. Now Triaxe has several different models. Some of them are my weight capacity and some are not. I made sure that that was one that was capable for me, and everything about the Triaxe Sport ticked my boxes. This has a 39-mile battery capacity. 39 miles, yeah, you heard me right. Typical is about an 18, 12, not okay. A theme park, you're in the 20-mile range. So 39 miles is great. This scooter will go 13 miles an hour. Now that doesn't sound like a bunch. A typical scooter though goes 4. And let me tell you, that is just frustrating. That's a slow walk. I couldn't handle that. If I wanted to go to the grocery store to pick up a gallon of milk, I can do that on this scooter. So it's somewhere in between a motorbike and a portable wheelchair. So it's not a medical device by any means. Part of the reason that it does have that kind of speed and capacity is because it is a front wheel drive scooter. All the power is in the front wheel, which is controlled just like a motorcycle at the handle, and has a separate brake on the other side. So you have to be able to use both hands and be attentive and agile enough to manage that. If your mobility or your disability prohibits you from being able to use your hands, this is not the scooter for you, because you will not be able to control it. The difference between this scooter and a medical device is a medical device has the throttle that when you pull the throttle, it goes, but when you let go, it brakes. So there's not a separate braking mechanism. So keep that in mind if that's something for you and you appreciate that kind of control versus a two-handed handbrake situation. This scooter also has some of the normal perks and whistles and bells. It has a strong LED light in the front, has a basket which is detachable, which is wonderful, so that if I am going to get the gallon of milk, I just take my handy basket, fill with my groceries, pop it back onto the front, lock it in, and away I go. I also use that, FYI, if I have a drink, I can stand it up in that basket. It's super deep and tall and straight, so I can manage a drink in there without having a separate drink holder, which I considered but haven't yet done. It has the front area that extends out. This is at its fullest extension. If I wanted it to be shorter, I just pull this key and it comes right out. You can see on the extender bar are pedals, and that was a hack we did ourselves. Those are actually motorcycle pedals. Order them on Amazon. We did all kinds of hacks trying to make those work, and that's in a separate video, and we will link that below. So if you needed that, you can take care of customizing your scooter. Because of my particular mobility issue is in my knees, and being able to extend my knees was important, and these two outer pedals are comfortable, but when I get tense and tight, I need to be able to extend my knees so they don't lock up. This scooter also has the added ability that in the back it has a luggage rack. In the back, it has a luggage rack. So if I am flying and flying alone, I can put my luggage on the back, go all the way to the gate, check my luggage, check my scooter in at the gate, and get on the plane and ride completely free and without assistance from anyone else but the flight staff. So that kind of independence was really important to me. Also, any kind of like large packages or shopping, you can put a box or some sort of container and put put things in the back to help store things as you're traveling around and utilizing the scooter. So that was hugely important. And then once again, the fact that this scooter does completely fold down, and I could do that on my own, or Lena's helped me with that. Discovered on this cruise especially is the agility of this scooter, that it has a very tight turning radius, which makes it very easy to maneuver through tight spaces and tight turns, going through stores, going through crowds, going through tight passages, and switchbacks in the theme parks. The best. Okay, the negative is this seat. It is not the most comfortable seat, and I'm going to be working on a hack because all day at a theme park would be painful. It's great for short jaunts, it's great for going to the hospital visits or into large box stores, but all day at a theme park, you can't do it. In cobblestones, I live in Charleston, very painful. So this is not the comfort seat of some of the bigger scooters. So you have your trade-off, but this has an amazingly small footprint, and so therefore I am not taking up any more space than a normal, well, maybe a little more than a normal human, but I'm not taking up a whole lot more space, which makes it very good, especially in a crowded situation, not to stand out, not to be uncomfortable. Okay, so the lobby got a little loud. We moved locations, but I just wanted to say, if you're looking for an ECV, a scooter to give yourself the freedom and mobility and just the ability to keep up with life once again, this is a great choice. I hope this has helped you in choosing the right one for you. The cost of renting scooters every time we went on vacation, I will be able to pay for this in just a few vacations. So it's going to be a great thing, and the fact that it has so many other ways that it helps me. If you've gone all the way through this watching, I hope that you will hit that subscribe button and give it a big like if you are someone who struggles with mobility and is looking for a way to get your freedom back. All right, thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Be good to others.